Joining us now on the show is Julius Abure-Oparah, the National Treasurer of the Labour Party. Good morning and welcome to the morning show.
Morning to you. How are you doing this morning?
Very good. National Treasurer.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Can you hear us from the studio in Lagos?
I can hear you very well. Good
Excellent.
morning.
Yeah, let's start with the basics. I hope you are aware that the allegations you have raised may be deemed libelous per se, except you have concrete proof. That's number one. Number two, I hope you are also aware that the spokesperson of the party, a gentleman called Abure-Ifo, has responded to the allegations you raised yesterday. One, that your statement was written for you by external influencers whose objective is to just tarnish the image of the party. Two, that the party never made any amount up to the tune of 3.5 billion naira from the sale of funds. Three, that the Labour Party has internal mechanisms to streamline its finances and establish controls, which you oppose. In fact, he accused you of trying to cash out and that you had been trying to find ways in which you can be settled. And that because that failed, you have now taken a press statement from external persons who want to destroy the party and you've gone to the media. Finally, he argues that the party accounts are usually audited and that INEC also regularly oversees the accounts of the party. In other words, he's accusing you of trying to malign Julius Abure and the committee that he leads, and also, doing the bidding of enemies of the party. Are you guilty as charged? Let's start with that.
Thank you very much. These things are laughable. Because what I said yesterday, I spoke the fact. I said with authority that these things are out there for verification. Why? When I said that they're out there for verification, I also want to state the fact that they are master at disseminating wrong information. What do I mean by that? When facts like this, issues like this are being played out, placed on the table, the right thing to be done is for them to carry out an investigation. And I'm speaking from this place of strength, asking that the right thing should be done. Now, they're always quick to accuse anybody of being sponsored, especially from the opposition party. I want to state it clearly here, that if there's anybody that has any alliance with the opposition, is the national chairman of the Labour Party. Let him come out here and say that he has not been in talks with this government of Edo in Edo State. Next, I raised the issue of allegation, the issue of money laundering, misappropriation, and a whole lot of embezzlement that happened. And I also stated the fact that the late national chairman of our party, may he so rest in peace, A.A. Salam, that his signature was forged 2 months after his death to withdraw money from the account. How on earth did he come out from his grave to come and sign signature? How on earth? So if the national chairman feels I'm lying, let him come out clear and say that I have lied against him. Now, to the issue you also asked about the money that we have raised, the national chairman of our party has not given me the authority. I don't even receive a lot as national treasurer of the party. So what am I treasuring? I don't even receive emails whatsoever pertaining to the account. We've got over 3.5 billion naira, and I'm saying it with everything that I'm saying it with. Let me say for instance, national chairman of our party doctored an audit report of over 2-point-something billion naira, and he brought to me for me to endorse my signature, and I said no. How on earth did we get this kind of amount? Because I never knew that we had such an amount of money. I'm only aware of the 55 million that passed through my account, which I've also tendered. I've also explained to the world. I've also given letters saying this is how those money were spent. Then, the off-cycle election in Bayelsa, Kogi, and Imo State, we got 958 million naira. Now, the rerun that happened a few weeks ago, we got over 30 million naira. This present Edo election, we've gotten over 200 million. Now add it up. These last figures I've given out, plus the over 2-point-something billion naira. What are we talking about? The money runs into billions. But because the national chairman of our party is full of deceit, he's not the person he claims to be. Maybe because of the size of his body, that's like people tend to believe him, and because he wants to leverage on our leader, Mr. Peter Obi, and also want to buy the sympathy of people. I want the people to also know that he's not who he says he is. And I'm saying that the POPSEC of our party, Mr. Abure-Oparah, is not in the position to clear Abure of any allegation leveled against him. I charge Barrister Abure to come out clear and tell Nigerians that I have lied. And I want to state, because I've written a lot of letters, I said that the internal mechanism failed. Yes, it actually failed, because I've been pursuing this for the past 7 months. Check my letters. If I was being sponsored, then why did it now take this long? Because I was trying to exhaust everything exhaustible before I can now come out clean. Then, just last week on Friday, what the national chairman normally does is, when issues are being mentioned, are being raised, instead of him to tackle the issue, he handpicks the people that licks him. He handpicks them to come and do the job for them. And at the end of the day, those ones will clear him off every allegation and suspend and recommend for suspension. And I'm not one to sit down and watch things go wrong. I want the national chairman to come out clear and say that I have lied, and say that monies have not been embezzled, and say that monies have not been transferred to individuals' account, to families' account, to wives' account, to brothers' account. Abure runs the party as if it's Abure and Nigeria Limited. Did you know why I'm really pained? Just this week, or just 2 weeks ago, a young staff of the office her account was being used to launder money, to transfer money. And she doesn't even know, unfortunately, that she might be going to jail. And a woman for that matter. And I'm a woman, I'm speaking for her now. Because she doesn't even know the gravity of what she has done. Why would national chairman send 10 million naira to her account, only for her to send the money to another account that will get to national chairman? National chairman should come out clean and say that I've lied against him. That is what I'm insisting, that nobody should speak for him. And anybody speaking for national chairman is not being sincere. It's not being fair. Because if we are preaching transparency, we should preach it with our full chest.
All right.
We can't keep on criticizing everything. Why corruption is eating deep under us. Okay. National chairman should come out clean and defend himself. And Abure should not do that for him. And at the end of this, they are not in a position, because everything about me is money. I am the custodian of this money we're talking about. So how on earth? In fact, let me even shock you, Nigerians.
All right, let me come in here, Ms. Oparah. Let me come
carries printers in his car. Does the work of everybody.
All right.
In fact, he carries the check. So what am I even doing?
Okay, Ms. Oparah.
What am I even treasuring?
Ms. Oparah.
He does work of treasurer, secretary, everything. He has printers in his car. He can decide to do and undo. All right. So Nigerians should come out and ask Abure to come out and explain to them. Let him not be on the defensive side. No, he should come out and explain that I've lied. In fact, I'm going to put out the account number.
Allegations, and there's still a lot to probe in terms of questions. We'll come back to you very shortly. But Dr. Bati-Rufai, she's spilling a lot of things. She says she's not satisfied with Mr. Abure-Oparah's speaking on behalf of Barrister Julius Abure, that he himself ought to come out.
I think for the level of transparency that we support here, I think Mr. Abure too should please be invited to Arise TV to come and give his own part of the story. Because it's not just fair for her part to say her part without Mr. Abure,
she's on a press conference yesterday,
responding to all of this. I think it's only fair for probably our producer and everything to bring Mr. Abure on to, so that Mr. Abure can say his part. Or if possible, I would have loved an engagement where both of them, Abure and Oparah, should sit down on the same platform when she brings the Abure response to it and brings clarity to this matter and all of that. I mean, we had a little technical glitch. We cannot hear that, so that the audience does not think we cut Oparah off, because the audience can be very funny. So we didn't cut Oparah off. We had a technical something. We cannot hear her. That's why we have to. She can't hear us. Sorry. That's why we have to take a quick break. But once we can reestablish contact, she will, be hearing us. I will be able to ask her more questions. But I think it's only fair for Mr. Julius Abure to be here to explain his own side of the story, and probably so we can have both parts for it. I mean,
well, the important thing is for Julius Abure himself to come forward and defend his reputation, because his reputation is on the line. And the principle is, audi alteram partem. Thou must hear the other side. So it's important to have a balanced, presentation in the matter. And then, of course, I hope Oparah herself realizes that when you make allegations, you must prove those allegations. Otherwise, you fall guilty of defamation.
Okay. All right, we have Oparah back with us, National Treasurer of the Labour Party. Welcome back. I'm sorry about the slight technical glitch, but great to know that you're still here. I was going to ask you a question. I was trying to jump in with regards to, you said that the internal mechanisms of the party had failed woefully. And you alluded to the fact that for the last 7 months, you have tried to pursue this matter by writing a series of letters that had largely been unattended, or they had been unresponsive, or perhaps excuses had been made. You also mentioned that the chairman of the party, Barrister Abure, had also engaged the services of hawks, or perhaps people who were complicit in terms of auditing the accounts of the organization. But I want you to share with us in detail, now that we have you here, what steps did you take in detail, not just, oh, I've written letter. Who did you apply to? What did you do? What were the responses like? Has Mr. Abure himself at any point responded to you? You know, Rufai said when you were off for a few seconds, that it was important to bring Barrister Abure himself here to respond to some of the things or some of these allegations that you have made. But I want to ask you,